Look at that.
Like,
I'm recording here. Here we go.
Weird.
Can I do one?
4 of them that time.
The first one didn't take very good.
Can I do one?
No, you cannot. Okay, here we go. Intro. Welcome to the Welcome Young Men podcast. It's Mother's Day, gentlemen. This won't come out on Mother's Day, but it's Mother's Day nonetheless. Jace, did you tell your mom Happy Mother's Day?
I did.
Cruz?
I did, in fact.
Kenny?
Yeah.
AJ?
I did.
Bryce?
I will be visiting her later today. So I will
But you
tell her.
didn't say Happy Mother's Day yet?
No.
For shame.
And
You are all better than me.
all right, let's think here for a minute. I bet we all fall in this category. What's the worst Mother's Day present you've ever given?
Gratitude.
Gratitude? All right.
What?
You giving any real losers, AJ?
Probably like folding the clothes.
Forgetfulness.
I think one time I just got like Reese's eggs.
Just Reese's eggs?
Yeah.
Bryce, have you ever given a flop of a Mother's Day present?
Not that I remember.
Have you ever failed to give a Mother's Day present?
Maybe I'll buy
I've
my mom
probably
a pair of shoes
forgotten
today.
to give her a
Hmm?
present.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'll buy my mom a pair of shoes.
How about you?
Retros.
I don't know, actually. I don't think I have.
But you, Dad?
So Jace wins Mother's Day?
No.
He made his mom cry today, actually. So
That's good.
Out of
It was because the
disappointment.
card was a moving card. That's why she.
I would say worst Mother's Day present I've ever given is a lack of a Mother's Day present for sure.
You said
Oh.
a moving card? Like
my
moving.
presence is present enough.
Your presence is a
a
present.
soul moving card.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, not like an animated.
No.
Did you
Well,
make
I
it?
thought he
did-
meant
did
like
you,
moving
Did
out.
you make it
like,
yourself?
See you later. Card.
Yeah, that's why she cried.
Because the bar was so low.
All right. Let's review our weeks. Anything interesting or out of the ordinary to report?
I broke
Wait.
my finger again.
You broke your finger again? You don't have a splint like Libby.
We had
Yep. I ran out of wrap, so I couldn't wrap it this morning.
we had a tractor pull yesterday
That's what it was.
For what?
for Junior Fair Board. It went pretty good. There's a lot of people there, and we sold out on hot dogs.
Probably more trucks than tractors.
There was a really big biker gang that
Yeah.
went through.
There was
A biker gang?
Yeah.
Did you give them a free pass or did you make them pay?
2 of them were sponsors, so they didn't have to pay. The other guys did. They were pretty kind people.
I saw an interesting biker gang yesterday with Libby and
Was
Ellie.
it the guys on Groms?
Wait, was it one of the guys on scooter?
Yes.
They were riding around all the way up and down that road. I gave him one of these.
Yeah.
Was it the people on the Groms?
What's Groms?
The Honda Grom. It's like a little.
Yeah, one of them was a little bitty, like the
It's
little
like a
version
pit
of it.
bike. It's like a big pit
Yeah.
bike.
Yes. And then one dude was on a teal, looked like a cheap Vespa scooter that he
Yeah.
stole from his wife. And they were bombing down 276 at like a whopping 40 miles an hour because I think that's all the scooter had in it.
Yeah, they just. I think they were doing laps the entire time. I passed them 3 or 4 times.
It was a good day, I guess, to be on a scooter bike gang, right? Kenny, you thinking about getting a Grom pit bike mini scooter? That's not your thing.
He's more of a moped guy, moped gang, you know.
Bryce,
Hi.
anything exciting?
Well, I went to Hocking Hills yesterday.
Did you take your lady friend?
I did.
She said she was very sore this morning.
What areas did you go to at Hocking Hills? Because that's like saying that you went to America.
It's true. Old Man's Cave.
That one's always busy and a classic.
Cedar Falls.
Cedar Falls is my favorite.
And then the Rock House.
Rock House is a good one
And
too.
then we stopped at Grandma Faye's grocery store. Has like ice cream and
I've
stuff.
heard about that.
Just a little like gas station store, basically.
Kind of like a Terry's Grocery.
Yeah.
We should do an
They have
on
ice cream
vacation
and deli stuff.
podcast to there.
So of Old Man Cave, Rock House in Cedar Falls. If you had to pick one as your favorite, it would be
I think the Old Man's Cave, just how big it was, and
it's neat.
it's pretty cool.
Was it
'Cause he's a
slammed busy yesterday?
It wasn't too bad. No, we went later, like not morningish. We went more afternoon, and it wasn't terrible.
It's a neat place. Have you been to Hocking Hills? Did I
Didn't we
take
go on
you?
like a church thing when we
Yeah,
were
we
really
did.
little? Yeah,
I think you
I've
guys
been
were
there.
probably.
No, that was Clifton Gorge. We were in fifth
I
grade.
thought it was Hawking.
We went to Clifton Gorge. You guys, I remember because I was watching the Kentucky Derby when you guys went.
We went somewhere. I think I was in 4th grade. I can't remember where.
That one was
that
probably Clifton Gorge.
George?
It looks like Hocking Hills. Your lady friend would like that trip too, and it's a little closer.
I want to go to Red River Gorge. I think
It's
that's
cool
in
too.
Kentucky.
This one in Clifton Gorge is near Xenia.
Okay.
You could go to Young's Jersey Dairy Farm and get really good ice cream there. And then Clifton Gorge is kind of an easy walk. And then there's a big mill. I think it's called Clifton Mill.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty neat. It's this huge red barn. It's neat.
I remember that.
They do up Christmas really big
I just
there.
remember I tripped over
Oh,
a
that's
root
cool.
and busted my face on the ground.
Yeah. And then there's a lot of funny stuff that happened that trip.
Kenny, I hear you guys are taking a vacation. Where are you guys going to go?
Bonita.
Oh, you're going to Bonita, actually.
Yeah.
I figured for sure. Because Brian usually picks Panama and all that stuff.
He's Myrtle Beach.
He's a Myrtle Beach guy?
Yeah.
So going to Bonita, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that'll be fun.
Isn't that
Where's
went?
that?
Bonita Springs, Florida,
It's like
below Fort Myers.
below Fort Myers and below Tampa.
I would take the forest
It's
over
like
the beach any day.
2 or 3 hours past Tampa.
But it's in the same general.
Yeah.
Which body of water is it on, Kenny?
The Gulf of America.
Good boy, Kenny Heflin. You took that line and ran with it.
Did you just say good boy, Kenny Heflin?
He's a good boy. He ran that one right. All right. Let's get our Bibles out. We're going to be in the book of Proverbs, chapter number 7, gentlemen. I think we're going to read the first 13 verses this week. So let's go with just 2 verses each. Sound good?
Yeah.
Who's going to start today, Jace?
Chase will.
Jace is going to start.
Sure.
Do we want to go NASCAR style or clockwise style?
What's NASCAR style?
Left.
They turn left.
So when we go,
So it would be Bryson, you,
Ah.
Kenny.
Let's go NASCAR, Jace. You
NASCAR,
start us
all right.
off. The book of Proverbs, chapter number 7, verse number 1. Jace, 2 verses.
My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my law is the apple of thine eye.
bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman.
That they may keep from the strange woman, from the stranger, which flattereth with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement.
And behold, among the simple ones, and discerned among these a young man void of understanding, passing through the street near her corner, and he went that way to her house.
In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and the dark night, and behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot and subtle of the heart.
She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner? So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face she said unto him, I have peace offerings with me, and this day I have paid my vows. We'll stop there. It's kind of in the middle of it, but it's all right. All right, Jace, you let us off. You let us off, Jace. Where are we going to start?
Let's see. Verse 10.
Verse number 10 is where he picks. All right, go ahead, Jace.
And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart.
Why did you pick that one, Jace?
What does subtle mean?
Subtle?
That's not
Subtle? It
S-U-B-T-I-L.
So if someone has a subtle heart, think of it as you could kind of put it together with sneaky or conniving. If someone has a pure heart, their motives are true and just, whereas what the statement here relates to, it's someone who has a heart. There's an ulterior motive, not pure, not true, not honorable. Does that make
Okay.
any sense?
Yeah.
Follow along with that, boys?
I want to go now.
All right, where do you want to go?
Verse 10.
Verse 10.
Jace just read verse
Wait,
10.
no, not verse 10. Verse 7, I mean.
Verse 7.
Sorry.
Wow.
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna one up Jace.
And beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding. Void of understanding, not avoid.
Okay.
So doesn't this one means when he was young, he wasn't as smart as he was now?
No, I don't think so. This is the author telling a story. Look at the verse above it. He's saying, for at the window of my house, I looked through my casement. So he's saying, I stood at my house. He lives in the city, and he looked outside and beheld among the simple ones. So what is a simple one?
An idiot.
The simple ones are not, he's already saying, among the folks who are not that smart.
Educated.
Yeah.
This person was even more uneducated than them.
Go one step further.
This person was,
Among the simple ones, I discerned among the youths. Now this is the young dumb ones, right?
Like a teen.
Yeah,
so like, oh, really, 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 really stupid teen.
yeah. And then among them, a man void of understanding. So this is a kid that has no idea what he wants, what he's doing, why he's there. So this kid's a sucker. And as you go through, he's buying into the wisdom of the world rather than true wisdom. Who's going next? AJ?
3.
3.
Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart. He's talking about his commandments, right?
If you go up above.
Yeah, and 2 is really, and 1 and 2 really is where it says, but like keep them with you and always obey them, and yeah,
Keep them
close to you.
keep them close so you can always refer to them. Bind them upon thy fingers. What's it mean to have something bound to your fingers? It's kind of an
Like
odd
Tie a string
expression.
around your
Handcuff?
fingers.
No, like you have it on your finger. You know,
Oh,
there's
like a ring?
There's
Like a ring?
There's a symbolism of like tying a string around your finger
Yeah,
to remember something.
stuff.
Yeah, people used to do that like a note, a reminder. Why do I have that tied to my finger? Oh, yeah, that's what that's for. It's a reminder. Who's next? Kenny, you got one?
I was gonna do 2.
Verse 2?
Yeah.
I think verse 2 is a good one.
Dude, verse 2.
Keep my commandments and live in my law as the apple of thine eye.
Why were you going to pick that one, Kenny?
It's talking about the commandments that your parents or your father mainly and like instill in you, and honor what they taught you and live with that and use that as your goal, and don't shoot for sinful things as like what you're aiming for in life.
Have you heard the expression apple of my eye?
Yeah.
Do you know what it means?
Yeah, it's like, isn't that like the
Thing you want.
How
Like
do we
what
use
seems
it?
sweet
Like,
to
you're
you.
the apple of my eye.
Well, she's the apple of my eye.
What
what-
you're
Why do we use,
Pretty.
what's that expression?
This is gonna sound dumb, but like, you know, like how in like cartoons their like eyes turn to hearts when they see somebody like that.
Kinda, I don't know. Bryce, have you ever used the expression apple of my eye?
I have not.
Have you heard it?
I have heard it.
Jace? Who's the apple
pretty
of
much
Bryson's eye right now?
I bet it's Lydia.
Probably
I would
Tyler.
say maybe Lydia.
It's your sister, yeah?
Probably.
What's it mean, though?
You're all I want. You're
Something
all I
you
Is it
desire.
like a term of endearment somehow?
So, if you really, really, really think about it, have you ever seen the YouTubers who do the close-up, or just content creators in general? They'll have cameras pretty close up,
They'll just like mega edit it.
But no,
No.
if you really get to it, there's a thing called a ring light,
Oh, and you can see it in their eyes.
Yeah.
and you can see the ring light in their eyes. If you really get up close to someone and you look deep in their eye, what do you see?
Yourself.
Yeah, in the center of your eye is your iris, and for a time that was referred to as the apple of your eye. Whatever it is you're seeing is actually reflected in your eye. So what it's saying is those commandments, my words, my commandments with thee, keep my commandments and live, and the law is the apple of my eye. So what is he saying about how could
looking
you
at the
keep the
law.
law as the apple of your
You
eye?
keep looking at it.
You're looking at it. You're close. You don't stray from it. You don't let it get obstructed. If you're reading something, if I'm reading this book, if you look in my eyes, what are you going to see as a reflection?
Probably some paper and words.
The law, right? So it's saying keep it close by. Don't let it get obscured. Bryson, which one do you want to pick?
Nothing's really standing out, but I have a few words that I would, if you knew the definition or like what they mean.
All right, we can do that. Where are we going?
I got one in verse 4 and one in verse 6.
Well, let's go to verse 6, because did we hit 4 already?
I think
No.
I know what
Oh, no,
Bryson
we hit
chose in
3.
4.
All right, we'll go to 4.
I know,
Go ahead.
I think I know what Bryson
It
chose.
says, kinswoman, say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman. What is a kinswoman?
Probably a sister or
It's like
something
a
like
wife,
that, right?
isn't it? I thought it was like a wife. Or that it's
Someone
Yeah.
you're related to, because kin.
Kin is someone who's tied together with this. It is someone who is related to you, who you can count upon. So it'd be like if you go back, you know the story of Ruth and Boaz.
Mm.
He was her kinsman, her kinsman. It was a relative, and he was at a spot in his life that he took a great responsibility for the family and those related to him. So your kinswoman is someone that you're related to, that you can tie yourself to and count upon them. So
Like a husband.
you're saying that wisdom is my sister, it's my kin. It's like I'm adhering to that. I almost joke. You got goofs that are big time into Harry Potter, and they're like, I'm a Hufflepuff or I'm a Slytherin or whatever their houses are. You're saying that wisdom is something that you claim and adhere to, or I'm a Star Wars fan instead of a Star Trek fan, that sort of thing. So wisdom is something that I claim as mine.
Okay.
Where was the other one?
Verse 6, it says casement.
Yeah.
For at the window of my house I look through my casement.
I bet
What
it's
is
like a
casement?
window.
A window, right?
Not just a window. He's saying he was at the window of my house.
Like
I looked
a-
through my casement.
Oh, is it like the lattice work? that they
Mm-mm.
would weave?
What is it like
A wall.
like a display?
Something that shields him from the outside.
It's just part of a window. It's a building term.
Mm.
These are casement windows.
because they have
It's
stuff
that-
around them.
It's the perimeter.
Oh,
There's
okay.
it's a
more
it's
you
a
know.
it's an architectural term. So he was standing at his window, looking out through it. He was looking through the pane of his window.
Gotcha.
If that makes really, that's just an architectural term. And you said 10?
No, that was it.
That was it?
Yep.
Angie, you have any
What's
over
a
there?
subtil?
No. I had.
A
Let's see.
subsoil rototiller. That's what a subtill is.
So let's go to verse 11.
Did Kenny go?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
picked
Oh.
verse 2. He was the
Oh.
apple of his eye. So I picked this woman. This is a figurative woman, right? This woman is representative of the wisdom of the world. It says she's a harlot, a prostitute. She's crafty in that she's conniving more than crafty. She's trying to work an angle. It says that she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. What is it getting at here? Is it loud and stubborn?
Like Carly Eichenlob?
Oh, you're picking names.
No.
How is the Word of God often described?
As guidance,
Um,
a roaring lion.
No, the roaring lion.
The roaring lion is God.
There's an expression, behold that still small voice.
Uh,
You guys heard that expression? Look this verse here. Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. I'll pick on Disney Plus here as a quick example. When we watch a show on Disney Plus, the programming, we usually have to turn the volume up to like 60 to be able to hear it very well. Guess what happens when the ads come on?
it blasts
Get
your
blasted.
eardrums.
Get blasted.
crazy loud.
They're like in your face loud. Put it on mute, right? I think what I'm trying to bring you up here, if you go out and about, advertisements, things that are trying to get you to buy or do something are usually bright, loud, in your face, bordering on obnoxious. Think about like car dealership ads, like "Come on down." It's not usually like, "Hey, check us out. We got pretty good prices."
They want to make it seem exciting. You set your eye.
Yes, it's exaggerated. It's over the top. And the world is often that way. It's easy to fall for the world because it's loud, it's in your face, it's stubborn in that it's unrelenting. It just never shuts off. It's a lot. It's almost sensory overload. I think of who's been to Scene 75?
It's like colors and
Let's be
Flashing
frank.
lights.
Scene 75 is a casino for children.
yeah.
Yes.
Right? Casinos are the same way. There's flashing lights, bells, whistles, right? It's a big thing. The world,
That's
the
actually
world is that way. Scene
Casino
75.
for
I mean,
kids.
you've got just
The laser tag.
You got
everything.
Don't gamble.
games to spend all your money on that, like rigged sort of.
regardless. It's stuff that's trying to get your attention and lure you to it, saying, "Come play me." When someone wins a jackpot, what does it do?
Makes giant noises.
Big noises, bells, whistles, all the stuff.
Big win.
But what? That's the wisdom of the world. That's the harlot. That's the wrong side of it. How's God's voice?
Still small voice.
Is there bells and whistles with God's voice?
No.
It doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it. It's a still small voice. What do you have to do to hear it?
You gotta
Just
be
stop
still.
and
focus
listen.
and actively listen for it.
Stop. Some of my favorite times, some of my favorite things to do. So I can usually tell a pretty good story.
Yeah.
If I'm describing something, I did it on purpose. Did I give you, Bryson, you didn't see the Goofs on Scooters yesterday, did you? Were you able to put together a little bit of a picture in your head of what they looked like?
Yeah.
I gave you enough observations that I had that you could fill in the details, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we just need to stop and watch and listen. Don't get drawn to the world and that buzzer that's jackpot right there. Step back. I think it's an interesting thing. I do it pretty frequently. I made a joke with my boss at work about a week ago. He has an office that he shares with another guy, and at one point there were 6 people in the room. And I started chuckling because of the 6 people in the room, including myself, there were 4 conversations going on.
Jeez.
And I just started laughing. He's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "There's 4 conversations happening. 3 of them are all directed at him. One's directed at you." And I guess I'm number 5 right now. But that's how it was going. And it's insanity. The world is flashy, stubborn, persistent, bells, whistles, all that stuff is there. Don't get drawn to it like a bug to a bug zapper. Step back. Start turning the volume down on all of it.
Like in the mornings when you go out to hunt.
I'm saying, period, in general. I don't have to be I can be in a place, and Angie might say that it drives her crazy because I could do this as a kid. When it comes down to it, I can usually just get in the zone of what it is I need to think about. Sometimes that means there's 4 kids running around screaming, and she's like, I need you. Sorry. What,
Happy Mother's
My bad.
Day.
I was in the Alex zone. I
No,
can't.
this would be more like 10 years ago when they were running around. But I can, in the midst of chaos, just sometimes, I don't need noise canceling headphones. You don't have to go to the woods to do that. Is the woods a good place to do it? Yeah. But put your phone down and just put the chaos away. Don't be drawn in by that loud, obnoxious bells and wisdom of the world and get it up in your face. Just sit down, be still, and hear the still small voice of God. You can do that even in the chaos. All right, we'll finish up chapter 12 next week. Anybody want to add
This is
a
not
tidbit
chapter
to the
12.
end? We will end chapter 7. I was looking at verse 12 for some strange reason. The second half of chapter 7 next week. Anybody else have anything to report? No?
Jace looks kind of funny.
I think we can all agree with that. All right.
Shots fired.
See you, everybody.
Pew pew.